Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jen.
What were you saying a second ago about the Asura path?
The Asura path, you know that path, that one where, like, it was just really hard to, like, imagine someone just using it. Because, like, with the pain bodies, like, they could have put, like, preparation into that specific body that used the Asura path. Like, they could have built all that machinery and shit. But what we didn't know was that's just something that the Rinnegan Eye can do.
Hmm. You know what I really like that they brought back, and this just might be a personal thing, but I loved it that they showed that Darge is still not the brightest bulb in the whatever the box, because
Yeah, the whole trying to use the tailed beast bomb. Well,
no. When he tried using the Rasengan against the guy who could absorb chakra, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, he can absorb chakra."
He just
Rasengan.
did that. He said he just did that like 2 fucking seconds ago, and I still try.
And he was like, "What the hell's wrong with me? I just said that." I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
I also,
to be honest, in that situation, there really isn't much he could have done. I mean, it's not like he equipped himself with a fuck ton of kunai like Itachi does. I mean,
well,
like, retarded amount of kunai he had on him is ridiculous for a dead guy, but it's Itachi.
yeah, and Itachi's a boss with kunais, man. It's not even a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like that's something that's new. Like, they've showcased that since, like, the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, since even flashbacks of Sasuke and Itachi.
Well, it's not so much that, like, Itachi probably summoned him. It's so much that he just probably had him on hand when he died anyways.
Probably.
I mean, you saw the Sasuke fight. They were just throwing kunais at each other and blocking them and shit with the kunais that they were throwing. I mean, Itachi was able to do advanced kunai maneuvers without the Sharingan anyways. And that's why everyone keeps saying that's why Itachi was such a great ninja, was because he was a ninja without the Sharingan.
Yeah.
And the Sharingan just kind of made him more fucking badass. I mean, he didn't... Yes, he relied on it towards the end of his life, but before that, he was just badass without it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when the Lightning Edge, it was such like this boss move, and he like took out Gaara with it. Sasuke did, remember? Or he didn't take out Gaara, but didn't he win the fight because of it?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Chunin exams, and then he uses it against Itachi for the first time, and Itachi's just like, whatever, I got your hand, I got your wrist. You can hit me with this. You're not angry enough to kill me yet. Did they ever explain why Kasumi was following Itachi?
Kasame?
Yeah, Kasame.
What do you mean? Because they viewed him as the same. Because, like, Kasame's past and Itachi's past are fucking damn near the same. Except Itachi's a little more tragic because he kind of killed his own family. But that's besides the point.
He kind of killed his own family.
Well, he had help, and we know this now.
True.
From Danzo or Madara, it doesn't matter which. Well, Danzo's dead, and Madara's supposed to be dead, but isn't.
Yeah. How the hell did Danzo get all those Sharingans on his arm?
Probably like, when they... that just helps, like... That just helps with the whole fact that Danzo helped Itachi, because he could have stolen all those Sharingans from those people when he killed them.
Dude, that was such a surprise for me when Danzo just, like, pulled up his sleeve or whatever he did, and he had all those Sharingans on his arm. I don't even know.
It was a lot of fucking Sharingans. Not gonna lie, that was an irritating technique.
Yeah. Who's that one girl that kept following Sasuke and she thought that she loved him, but now she's like never wants to see Sasuke again?
I know who it is.
She's in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm or whatever.
Karin.
Karin, yeah.
she's one of the few characters I don't see used that often. It's because she sucks so fucking bad. She's got no long range except for her kunais, and her kunais suck.
She has some interesting abilities.
Yes, she does, but I mean,
yeah. If you bite her arm and do what? Suck out her chakra?
I think it's blood and chakra. I can't be too sure.
She's like a reverse vampire?
Yeah.
And also, doesn't she have a type of sense ability?
Yeah, she's like a super sensor. She's like one of the better ones. Not as good as Naruto is now.
In his Sage Path? Oh my god.
Well, it's not only his Sage Path is one thing, but his fucking Ninetales cloak is something totally different. I mean, before he got that cloak, he didn't even know Samahata was friggin' Kasame in disguise. He just thought it was just like a sword that Killer Bee had. And then when he got the cloak, he was like, I sense hatred. Hatred? What the fuck? You can do that now? Holy shit.
Yeah, but I did think it was really interesting how he took out the prior Raikage using Sage Path.
Oh yeah. See, that just helps me. This just helps me, confirm that the Ninetales mode and Sage mode are being used separately, and there's no explanation as why they're not being used together.
And I wonder if they're not just because Naruto doesn't even know that's even possible, so he doesn't try, which makes sense to me in a way, because Naruto, I don't think he would think of something like that.
Yeah, and we've only seen the frog fox eyes once, and that's when he was raging at fucking Nagato.
Yeah.
And that, I'm not gonna lie, that was fucking cool as shit. It was a good combination.
Yeah, I think we're going full circle here, but I did think it was really awesome that Hinata just jumped out, knowing that she would probably die, to admit her love to Naruto.
Dude, the anime made it. They portrayed it like really brutally. Yeah, her ultimate attack was good, but that didn't change the fact that she got thrown in the air like a fucking ragdoll, and that was the most traumatic part for me. It was just seeing her just like flail in the fucking air like a ragdoll. I was just like, Jesus Christ, is this really necessary?
Well, I bet you can find that on YouTube on like repeat or something. That's terrible.
Yeah, that ghost line fist, that shit is cool as fuck. And it fits her so fucking well.
You know what I don't like is that there's so many people that say that they're gonna bring back the fourth or something, and I'm pretty sure that's impossible.
No, they can't.
Yeah,
Kabuto even explained it. Like he can only resurrect them if he's got some of their DNA, and the fourth's DNA is like sealed somewhere, along with her Naruto's mom, Kushina.
Didn't Orochimaru try and summon the fourth against the third, but failed?
Yeah, that's one of the plot holes that has kind of come up. But there's a good chance that if anyone had the DNA of the fourth, it was Orochimaru. But why Kabuto doesn't have it is beyond me.
But I wonder if he actually does have it, and he's kind of like he has that trump card hidden in his back pocket.
I know the fourth is a badass. He is one of the greatest ninjas.
The fastest ninja ever.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say here is there is a chance that what was in that coffin that scared the fuck out of Madara is the fourth, but there's a good chance that it's not.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest here. He kind of almost didn't win that fight with Madara, but he did, in a very awesome way. That is a very, very good point, but that doesn't change the fact that Madara's brother didn't have the eternal Mockinggekyu. He had Makingekyo, but he didn't have Eternal. Yeah, well, considering what Itachi's been talking about with the whole Shishui thing and some other stuff, there's a good chance that there's something we're missing with the whole Madara's brother thing. But like I said, it could be Madara's original body, and that would fuck Madara over, like, so fucking much. It's like, this kind of doesn't make any sense. Because technically you're supposed to attach my soul to it, so how can you attach my soul to it if I'm attached to this one? So that can pretty much eliminate the fact that it's Madara's body, but God knows who it is. I mean, if it's the fucking Sage of the Six Paths,
what?
There's a really good reason why Madara's scared of him.
Bryce, I'm surprised. I didn't even think of that. Like, that didn't even come to my head.
I mean, that would explain why Madara is like, how the fuck did you get that?
Yeah, that would definitely explain it.
Technically it could, but the first Hokage's already been resealed.
Yeah.
We know this because the third Hokage did that when he sealed Orochimaru's arm. So the first and second, they're not coming back. No, Jen, that was... I know it wasn't his real body, but it was his real soul that the third Hokage took away.
Dude.
That Orochimaru brought back. And then the third sealed.
I wonder if, like, the people who made that technique got it from the puppet users who make the puppets.
There's a good chance that that's possible. But the odds are they probably got it from the now what's it called, this extinct, I guess you'd say, the Whirlpool clan, if you know what I mean.
I don't remember much about the Whirlpool clan.
Yeah. That's the clan from where, or that's the village and/or clan that friggin' Naruto's mom came from.
Oh, right. Hold on, I'm gonna use the restroom and get a drink. You guys could keep talking.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's not fucking scared as shit of the fucking Sage of the Six Paths. I mean, yes, the Sage of the Six Paths has the Rinnegan, but he's also got some other stuff with him, too. He's got... I mean, if they're supposed to emulate what they were like before they died... I mean, Sasuke's got Itachi's eyes, and yet, for some reason, Itachi has his eyes when he's resurrected. So there's a good chance that the Sage of the Six Paths has the Ten Tails chakra inside him. The Ten Tails inside him. So, I mean, he was a badass before that. I can't even imagine what he was like when he had it. And it has been explained numerous times that he is the god of... he is the creator of the ninja world. The god of ninja world, pretty much. I don't think it's him either, but there's a chance that it could be. And as it's been explained recently, apparently Kabuto is about to release his ace in the hole, which let's just hope that's the coffin that he showed Madara, because that would be awesome. If his ace in the hole is Orochimaru, that would be interesting. But I don't know. I don't think Orochimaru is that much of an ace in the hole, to be honest. Not with the way Naruto is now. I mean, I'll give Orochimaru credit for holding off the Four Tails cloak, but let's just be honest here. That's
true. That's pretty amazing that he did hold off the Four Tails while he was in a weakened state.
Yeah. Well, technically he could start using his arms again, but...
Yeah, but still, he was still in a weakened... Because it had been 3 years. His body was dying. You know?
Yeah, it has.
And he was planning on switching to Sasuke in like a couple days, almost literally. So,
Well, but I'm just saying, do you really think Madara would be as scared of fucking Orochimaru?
I don't think Madara would be scared of Orochimaru at all. Because he was, like, working with Orochimaru for a couple of years, wasn't he?
Well, despite the fact that Orochimaru... Okay, you know what? How about
Actually,
this?
I guess he wasn't.
It's definitely not Orochimaru for one fucking clear statement. Madara said, "How did you get that?" If it was Orochimaru,
it would
he
make
wouldn't
sense.
have questioned that because it's pretty fucking obvious where he got Orochimaru's DNA.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna cross Orochimaru off the fucking list of the most threatening person to fucking Madara that he can fucking wrestle with. Because, I mean, yes, Orochimaru is strong, but he's not strong enough to fucking oppose Madara. Especially now that the way Madara fucking is. There's a chance that it is his brother, but I don't know.
That'd be kind of...
Do you really think at this stage that it's going to affect him at all?
I think that'd be kind of a lame way to end Madara.
I really don't think it's a good way to do it.
Yeah. But, I mean, sure, everyone has their weak point, but they've done the whole brother thing a couple of times now.
Well, kind of makes sense with Madara, because they already had him pre-established.
I mean, how many brother arcs have they had besides... they've had Sai and they've had Sasuke that I can think of off the top of my head.
Nah, you make a point.
Sai's brother, he was the one who he ended up killing his own brother.
Yeah, for being in Root and stuff. Like, that's their whole training program.
Yeah.
And, like, he was released from the Impure World Resurrection because he finally found peace after seeing Sai's drawing. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, man. It makes me wonder if Kabuto doesn't even thoroughly understand how his own technique works.
Well, to be honest, that's kind of something that, it would be kind of hard to account for. And it's kind of weird that Asuma didn't get that kind of relief, if you're asking me.
Yeah. I didn't think what Choji did was boss, though.
I think what Choji did was fucking awesome. Choji was
Yeah.
He did good. He did good.
He did good. Man, switching topics though.
That's why I'm so excited for the next Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations, because it's gonna have that and a bunch of every character. It's gonna even have fucking Zabuza. That's fantastic. I'll give Kishimoto credit for setting up the next game. Literally every character and more is gonna be in that fucking game. I kind of hope some of the extra characters too are gonna be in it.
Do you hope it's just like so many characters it's just stupid, kind of like Tenkaichi or something?
Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, 3. Where there's just like everybody.
Yeah, like they even had characters that weren't even in that fucking anime particularly. Oh wait, no, they did. They technically did have that one chick in one episode. Cause I can't remember her name right now. She like used wrestling moves and stuff.
They had launch. I don't remember that.
No, I don't think they had launched.
No, but we know Vidal's in it. She's married to Gohan.
Yeah, she was definitely in that. I mean, they had fucking Hercule. Or Satan, whatever you fucking call him.
Mr. Satan.
Yeah. That was a mistake. I never heard anything about that.
I didn't hear that either.
My favorite character to use, though... Oh, wait, no. Technically, I like Broly a lot, but my favorite Broly was from Budokai 3. Because when he actually used his fucking, like, his energy ball techniques, like, the entire screen
turned
went green. And then fucking absorbed into his hand. And I was like, awesome. That's how it should be.
Yeah, that was really awesome. I actually... this is a personal thing. I really enjoyed the Budokai games more than I enjoyed the Tenkaichi games.
Yeah, me too. Because, like, they were kind of a little bit simpler, but with the Tenkaichi games, they just kind of... They were just trying to do so much crap, especially with Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That one just had so much features, it was just ridiculous. Like, if you press this button, this button, this button, you can do this, and then totally fuck up your enemy. But if your opponent does this while you're doing this, and this, and this, and this, and that, and you can do this, that. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's too much shit. That's too much shit.
I think what's even worse, though, is that I played it on the Wii.
No, shut up. That's like dividing by 0. Oh, God. See, it's kind of funny that when they were talking about the time skip, I realized that Naruto did that too. Naruto did it first, technically, and then One Piece did it, and you could say One Piece was copying Naruto if you want to go that far. I doubt anyone has.
I don't.
But
okay, I don't see the connection really. Besides the fact that they both had time skips. But anyway.
But let's be honest here. When they did the time skip for Naruto and when they did the time skip for One Piece, they were two completely different things. Yes, everyone was doing their training in both respectively, but like the overall reveal in Naruto wasn't really much of a surprise. Like, literally nothing changed with any of the characters, maybe for the exception with Neji and Hinata. Neji and Hinata showcased new shit, and it was awesome.
You know who I felt changed a lot between them? Sakura.
Yeah, she did actually change a lot. Like, the whole super strength thing, that was something that was kind of different. But, it was to be expected, considering she
was training under Tsunade.
I mean...
Right.
But with One Piece... Like, there's a list of shit that, like, we can expect to be, like, to unexpect. You gotta expect to be surprised. I mean, the whole karate point with Chopper is just proof positive of that. I mean, that just opens up a world of fucking possibilities with Chopper's abilities. Not to mention with what the fuck Sanji's learned.
God.
What the fuck, Zoro's learned. I mean, Jesus. I mean,
slow down.
Everyone has learned something phenomenally. Okay, yes, Robin, she's a little, I don't know where she's improved, but, that could just help with the whole, like, mystery about that.
Slow down for a second, Bryce. My mind is already exploding right now, because... like... Oh my god. Sanji, just look at Sanji alone. I mean, Sanji's not even my favorite character, but the potential that he has now?
I know. He does the blue walk and the moon walk. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
He could do what CP9 could, and let's be honest, what CP9 could do was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the thing with the difference between Sanji and the rest, except for Usopp, is that he improved in more than one area. Like, he improved not only in his fighting ability, but he also improved in his cooking, which apparently is going to help everyone else out. So Sanji's kind of like a fucking badass.
Oh yeah, isn't he able to make cooking that, like, it buffs them?
Yeah, that basically invigorates their energy.
To use RPG terminology here, like...
Yes, you could use that.
We're gonna see, you know, a One Piece RPG one day. Sanji's gonna be like...
It's gonna be like a fucking... That was before the 2 years, damn it. And you knew this. I mean, the 2 years just kind of just happened, but in all fairness to Jenn. But still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sanji, I mean... Sanji's shown some pretty good skills as far as it's...
What I'm really looking forward to is hoping to see... Like, I've already seen improvement in Usopp, but I really want to see more. Because...
it's just kind of weird that Naruto himself, like, kind of didn't really get anything too new. It was still the Rasengan, and it wasn't even until after the arc that he actually learned to use the Wind Shuriken, and then the Sage Mode, and then the fucking cloak.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What was I going to say? One huge difference, in my opinion, between the time skip in both One Piece and Naruto is that One Piece definitely transitioned into it much better and much smoother than Naruto did. Naruto's was kind of just like, oh, time skip. Like...
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
Which, it didn't bother me that it happened when it did. Especially first of all, there's a huge... I mean, didn't the time skip in Naruto happen like 2 years ago, our time? And One Piece has only happened a couple months ago? Or maybe... Yeah. So, but... and the anime didn't even do the time skip immediately. Like, we're just referring to the manga, but the anime had like 100 and so odd episodes of filler.
Oh, yeah, they had... The anime for Naruto and filler was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the worst... It's the worst I've ever seen in any anime. Of course, mind you, there's not a lot of anime that run for so many fucking episodes, except for, you know, Conan, but I don't think Conan has... I don't think Conan has that much filler. I don't think it does. I think it has spotty filler, just like fucking One Piece.
Well,
after Sasuke left, a few episodes after that, and with the exception of a few episodes after Sasuke left, is what I'm trying to say. After that, filler. None of it was canon.
Yes. I'm not going to say that it was bad filler, though, because there were some really good episodes.
I guess there was, because I kept watching it, and I was just like, why is this stuff kind of sketchy at times? And I read the manga, and I was like, I wasted so much of my life. and it's just... I can't even... Like, it's... For the first Naruto series, it's like up to 200-something episodes, and I got up to 180-something. And I cried. So I was like, ugh.
I'm surprised that we haven't really brought up Bleach a lot.
Well, we don't need to talk about Bleach. Their time skip was fucking like 4 or 6 months.
Yeah.
And nothing changed. I mean, like, it's Kishi... Tite Kubo... I can't... I mean, Oda... He didn't waste any time with fucking training I mean, there's so much that Naruto could have accomplished in those 3 years, and yet it feels like he accomplished nothing.
Yeah. I agree
and
with that.
It's only after that he started accomplishing so much. The wind shuriken. It's just, yeah. And I mean, shit. It's working to friggin' it's working to Oda's the guy who writes One Piece. It's working to Oda's advantage that he didn't show what their training entailed. He kind of just hinted to it. So that way we have to rediscover all our favorite characters now.
Oh yeah.
Usopp among them as probably one of the most mysterious, right next to fucking Chopper. And then fucking Frankie.
And it's great.
Oh, it's like fucking fantastic.
It's so good. You said Usopp's a mysterious one?
Usopp, yeah. I mean, he's got those pills, and God knows what kind of strength he's fucking gained.
You know who I think is the most mysterious one out of all of them?
Who?
Nico.
Really?
Nico Robin.
Well, okay, yes, the whole body double thing made me cry. I was like,
dude, that was it. I didn't even know what to think. I was like mind boggled by it. I was like, what the hell just happened? I was like, wasn't she just there a second ago?
It's like, wait, why is she walking out of the forest? That's what I said. They said that in the manga, and I was like thinking the same fucking thing.
When did she get the powers of the fourth Hokage? When did this happen?
I think it's more like a shadow clone thing to be honest. I don't think she's super fast. I think she can create clones of herself now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think she can create clones of herself now.
And that's fantastic.
Now it really her powers was kind of questionable to begin with. Because what was her power? She could create multiples of her body parts, and she could place them in pretty much anywhere she wanted, even on other people.
Yeah, I mean, other than Logia types, her power is really fucking OP.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yes, I will concede to you that Nami's bust, waist, and hip sizes have changed over the years, but Oda has assured us most recently that the current measurements that she has will be consistent. And you know what? It's not even... When she first showed up, it wasn't even the fact that she was wearing a bikini and she was more shapely that caught my eye. No, it was the long-ass hair. Oh, God, I love that.
She can still turn invisible, right?
Nami's a girl, by the way. Just let you know.
I know.
Why'd you call me a homo, then?
What?
Well, no, why did you call me a homo?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to a friend. He's been listening on the conversation. We're talking on Xbox Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
What was I gonna say? Nami can still turn invisible, right?
Yeah, she could do more than turn invisible. She can more than turn just herself invisible. She can turn an entire fucking group invisible.
I wonder if she can turn the entire ship invisible.
I don't think that would help it falling on the fucking island. I'm just saying.
No, not Noah. I meant their ship later on in the series.
You know what? There's a really good chance that she can.
Because
did you see that fucking thunderstorm that she rained down upon those asshats?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I think it's a little difficult to miss.
Yeah. Well, Usopp missed it because he was just distracted with how awesome she was, showcasing other stuff.
Yeah, Frankie. Dude, Frankie's robots and stuff that he's got going on, and I'm sure that's just like the tip of the iceberg of what he actually has created.
Oh yeah, he is going to be everyone's going to be popping out new shit from this point on. I mean, I did not like Gomu Gomu no Snake. That was a great idea.
Now,
and it just shows how much more stronger, like, Luffy has gotten.
now,
Because his grip has gotten so much stronger. That just shows how much stronger he's gotten in general.
I loved that. I still love this. This still makes me really happy. When Luffy knocks out, like, how many people? Like 50,000 or something?
Yeah, 50,000.
In just, like, not even touching them. And then Zoro, like a boss, says, well, if he couldn't at least do that, we couldn't call him captain. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't even know. Like, that's how much, I mean, that shows a lot for their...
I said this before. I said this while they were in Shippuden the first time. I was like, with how powerful some of the people in the Marines were, and how powerful, like, everyone else was, I couldn't think of them actually making it as they were at that time in the New World. And now I can't see how they, like, it just makes me wonder how strong are the people that they are going to fight now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go to say for Oda's writing ability that it's not like he hasn't set up his future opponents very well.
I'm sure he already knows exactly who they're going to run into next.
Well, I don't know who they're going to run into next, but one of the four... okay, yes, technically there's only 3 Yonkos left. One of them is Shanks, the other is Big Ma'am, and the other one's Kaido. Kaido's the most mysterious one. Like, he the only thing that's been noted for him is that he is noted directly opposed to Whitebeard. I mean, he's the one who's given most of Whitebeard's fatal injuries that kind of weakened him during the big war, and then friggin' he tried to actually stop him from getting to the war. So we know part of what he was like, but we don't know his abilities. We know he's stupid fucking strong to fight with Whitebeard and actually injure him.
Mm-hmm.
And with red-haired Shanks. Because, I mean, I really hope, I pray to God that Shanks does not have a fruit power. Because as it stands right now, I don't think he does. Because he saved Luffy, and he was a badass even then, because he could use the whole Haki. Yeah, see, I mean, that's the point right there, is that he could swim.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that Whitebeard did have a fruit power.
You know what I think is also interesting, and I'm going back quite a bit in One Piece here. Do you remember the whole saga with the Air Island, or whatever?
Oh, Skypiea?
Yeah, Skypiea, and the guy who thought he was God and whatnot.
Yeah.
Remember when Nico Robin went off and she found some relics of the dead language that, like, only she knows?
Yeah.
And there was a note there from Goldie Roger about written in the dead language. And that's pretty crazy. Like, I really want to know more about his past.
Yeah, well, I want to know more about his abilities, but I mean, that whole look into how Rayleigh and how Rayleigh and Gold Roger met up was really fucking awesome. Because you just see him with that straw hat and his eyes all shadowed out like normal, like how they used to be. And with that smile, that same fucking teeth-grinning smile that Luffy has. But he looks definitely different than Luffy does, but...
Yeah.
I mean, God... Goldie Roger was... I mean, with the whole Fisher Tiger thing, like how they explained him, it almost makes me doubt how much of a badass Goldie Roger was. But that's only because of how awesomely powerful fucking Rayleigh was.
Yeah. Really, there really have been so many just BA moments in One Piece. One moment that I remember, and I don't think I'll ever forget, is when I think it was just Zoro and Luffy, and Nami was there too, but she was just watching, kinda, and these people wanted to fight Luffy and Zoro, and they refused to fight.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that one part just before they went to Skypiea.
Yes.
They were in that bar, and that one dude with the spring fruit.
Yes.
Was beating on them, and they didn't do anything because they really had no reason to fight them. I mean,
and
they were pathetic.
They just took that beating. They didn't have to, but they did, and that really says a lot about them as characters. Like,
exactly. I mean, that's the kind of detail that's the kind of detail and creativity that you need to put into a fucking character to make them good characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen that with fucking Bleach.
Or Naruto.
It's just, yeah. I mean...
They don't even have to say a word. That's another thing that I love about it. Is that there's no dialogue really there. And it's just...
They never said anything when Blackbeard was explaining it.
Yeah.
And... I mean, the whole fact that Blackbeard was even there was just awesome. That's when I mean, I had the disadvantage of knowing that was actually Blackbeard, but I kind of had a feeling when we first met him that there was something about him, so yeah. I mean, it's just
one thing that I don't really like about Bleach's characters is that they all kind of just bleed together in a way, and the only thing that really separates them is their abilities. And besides that, their personalities seem to be pretty bland.
Yeah, they're all the kind of cold stare-looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Some more extreme than others. Like Byakuya, yeah, he's pretty fucking extreme on the whole cold stare thing. That one ice fag, yeah, he kind of cold stares, but he gets sometimes emotional.
You know, I liked him when I first met him, the ice guy. Now he just pisses me off. And I'm like,
yes.
why are you even here?
Yeah.
I don't even know. There's a couple... you know what really hates me about, that I really hate about Bleach, though? Is that, first of all, we've been with the series... How long has the series been running? For a long time, right?
Yeah.
There are still characters that we have not seen their Bankai for.
This is true. And I mean, I guess that goes to show that at least Type Kubo is holding off in some respects. And yes, I know the whole full ring could be considered bullshit, but let's be honest here. He did kind of set it up a little bit with freaking Otohime and Chad. Because they had powers that were unlike anybody else's, and the whole full ring thing kind of explains it. But I still get... I keep getting this feeling that he just he thought it was just a good idea after some point of dealing with Otohime and Chad's powers.
Yes, I think he didn't think of full ring when he thought of Otohime's and Chad's powers. So I thought he came up with it later on in the story. Possibly even while he was writing the story arc with the guy's name I can't remember right now, the evil guy.
Injo or Aizen?
Aizen.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean by that. And the whole power scale thing with Bleach is just fucked. Like, it was fucked before the Aizen fight, but the Aizen fight really fucking fucked it up.
Yeah, what I thought had happened was that after Aizen, from that point on, Ichigo is now the strongest being ever. He's just like super god mode, and the only person who could even keep up with him was Aizen, but now that's not even true, because Aizen is locked away and lost his powers, and Ichigo lost his powers, but now he has it back, And I'm assuming that means he's back to as powerful as he was when he was fighting Aizen. But...
yeah. Continue.
But these people with the Fullbrings are keeping up with him. And I'm like, how is it possible? If he's as powerful as he was when he was with Aizen, he should just be wiping the floor with these people without even blinking.
Exactly. And see, that's fucking confusing. When he gets his Shinigami powers back, everyone just would automatically assume that he was as strong as he was, like you did. But I know this guy. I know how he's going to handle it. There's going to be some bullshit reason as to why he's not as powerful as he used to be. And just...
It's probably going to be something stupid like, he has to grow into them again.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be as powerful until, 30 more years or something, or some stupid number. I don't even know. I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I just want to see it end. I really do. I just want to see it fucking end. Just to see if the ending is at least somehow fucking redeemable. But I don't know.
Now, I have...
If this fight doesn't go... If that fuck who got chopped in half comes back, I'm done. I'm literally going to stop fucking reading Bleach.
Which one?
Okay, what's his name? The dude who, when he uses two hands, is totally fucking broken. Kenpachi, okay. He cut one dude in half after he buffed up. He's like, okay, I'm gonna use time to tell me that I have awesome strength, incomparable to others. And then Kenpachi just cuts him in half. If he fucking comes back through some fucking bullshit, I'm done. Yes, the stupid digital double that one could have was kind of acceptable, like barely borderline fucking acceptable, but still.
What if he's like, I use the power of time to reverse the cut or something?
Ugh, God, no, that's he's cut in half down the middle, like vertically, not horizontally. Horizontally would be fucking acceptable. Vertically, his brain is cut in half. The fact that he even uttered 2 to 3 fucking words is impossible.
Yeah, but everyone has their whole goodbye speech when they die if their mouth is still there.
His mouth is in half.
Well, not according to Oda. Anyway.
Taikubo.
Oh right. Oda's awesome. Taikubo is... I'm bad with names.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm getting used to the whole ones. I kind of barely know Naruto's writer's name.
It's Masashi Kishimoto, right?
Yeah. I always call him Kishimoto.
I know that because I used to... And I still own a lot of Naruto manga. And I used to read it, and it's written pretty much in...
Oh, don't get me wrong. When One Piece... When I'm getting up and about and shit, I'm gonna start actually owning One Piece manga and the DVDs and shit.
We don't really bring this manga up a lot, but I want to bring it up because Reverend and I were talking about it earlier today. We were talking about Kenichi.
Mm-hmm.
In particularly Ma Kensei. And how much of a boss he is.
Yeah, he's...
I loved the last fight that he was in particularly. He fought that girl wearing armor. Alright, now, first of all, before I even talk about the fight that he fought the girl, I want to talk about the rock, paper, scissors match. That was definitely the most epic rock, paper, scissors match I have ever seen.
Hands down. I mean, I just loved how they showed it on that page, where their hands are going down, but you see a bunch of different. You see paper in one hand pose, and then scissors on the next one, and then rock again, and then it's just.
And what they do is they do like 36 hand movements in 1 second. Or something like that.
Yeah.
That is literally so fast that the human eye shouldn't be able to see it. And Mach Kensei, at the last second, microsecond, saw what his was and forced his hand to change, making his right hand unusable. Okay? That's one thing. Alright, just gotta say that. Then he fights this girl. Now, remember, he cannot use his right hand at all. First of all, he steals her underwear from underneath her armor without removing the armor. I don't even know what to say to that. That's pretty ridiculous.
One of the most ridiculous sights I saw was, I can't remember his name right now for some reason, but he's the one who did the rock paper scissors fight against Mach Kensei.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm really not good at remembering the sensei's names, but I know who he is. He's the guy with the really weird eyes and the mustache.
Yeah, he's a jiu-jitsu master.
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu
Remember that
master.
fight where he was fighting that one guy, that Russian dude, and it was just like he was about to throw him, or no, the enemy was about to throw him, but he counter-throwed, and then the other dude counter-throwed, and then he counter-throwed. It was just like a fuckload of counter-throws into counter-throws.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that particular, that page, and it was just ridiculous, because you just saw this fucking whirlwind of them just, getting spun around and then spinning each other around. It was just I don't even know how to describe that. I just thought that was just straight up ridiculous, but just incredibly, nuts.
There are two things that he did that I thought were really cool. There was one thing when he was fighting another master, I think it was. Maybe it wasn't a master, but they both were able to do the same technique where they stood behind each other so they seemed invisible to the other person. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the other time was when he was trying to train Kenichi. So he walked up against that really, that big muscular guy who was walking around the city just bullying people around. And he tries to push his sensei around. And he's holding himself steady by putting his big toe in the hole of, a sewer cap. And that's how he's not moving. It's because he's holding, his entire body plus the other guy's body down with one toe. And you're just like, this guy is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, they did a good job of describing him because the karate master guy, Sakaki, I can actually remember his name because he's in the most recent chapter, but he was describing the whole difference between muscles. There's red muscles for strength and white muscles for speed.
And then there's pink muscles.
Yeah, pink muscles some people can have pink muscles in certain areas, whereas that guy
has it in his entire body. And that's just ridiculous. And they're trying, I know, you know he's going to do that to Kenichi.
Oh, he's trying, he's not going to do it to Kenichi. He is doing it with Kenichi.
Yes.
He is actively pinking, muscling out that motherfucker. And he is going to be... We all know this. He's going to be monster class.
Now, there is one character... Right now, I love all the senseis. I do. And what I love about the show is that even though it is kind of out there and crazy... And I liked how it was more at the beginning, because more at the beginning it was more scientific and everything that has happened was still possible, while I think the stuff they're doing now isn't very possible.
Picking up a tank.
Yeah.
I know the dude's big and all, and he's supposed to be this ultimate badass that could probably take on all the other teachers, all the other senseis, probably really easily, but still.
Who are you referring to?
The old guy, Grandpa.
I was gonna get to him.
Okay.
Is that he He's the only person in the show that is like, what are you? Like, he is just ridiculous. Like, he was using ki and, like, shooting out ki. Like, he was doing, like, Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. Like, yeah, I think he could easily take on all the teachers, and like
and see,
at
that's
once.
That's what scares me about that one chick. You know that little girl, one of Kenichi's opponents, our future opponents. That little girl who really likes sweets, but she's trying to be all stoic and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Her teacher, she scares the fuck out of me, cause she used to work alongside that old motherfucker.
Also, she is like, she's old, man.
She's stupid old.
And she's like doing something like Tsunade, I guess.
Figures.
Because she's able to keep herself really young.
It's through a special kind of training and diet, I suppose. They explained it lightly, but that doesn't change the fact that she's...
Sorry, it's my alarm. Anyway,
It doesn't change the fact that she's compared right next to the old man. I mean...
Yeah. He can run on water.
Yes, he can, and fight a shark.
Oh my god.
In the water! Ah! I mean, sharks are the kings of the fucking ocean.
He can run on water. You know how huge he is! And he can run on water. That's just stupid. That's just... He's way too powerful. I mean, I remember there was a bomb, so he was just like, well, I don't know how to deactivate this. I'll just throw it.
Into the stratosphere.
Yeah. Like, if he wanted to, I think he wants his granddaughter to become strong, and I think he also kind of wants the masters to become stronger. So that's kind of why he doesn't step in. But I have a feeling that if he wanted to, he could just, like, solve all this stuff in an instant. You know?
Well, like, see, that's where I'm skeptical on him being able to, you know, if he wanted to, he could just take them all out. I think the reason he's not doing that is because of that one chick.
You think she's the only competitor to him?
Well, that, and there's a possibility, a very small possibility, that Miyu's father is pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah. You know that one guy with the mask? I thought he was pretty scary, but that girl is not afraid of him. If anything, she was more like what can you do to me? There's nothing you can do to me.
To be honest, in my personal opinion, she wasn't even like that. She was just like, so, you're here, I guess.
Yeah.
You were talking about me doing something? Oh, okay. Yeah, so, I mean, yes, how he called her out, I guess, was pretty awesome. I mean, she was in the middle of a fucking pool, just kind of just swimming there. I didn't even know what she was doing at first. I thought she was, like, floating in the air, and I was like, you know what? She could probably do that.
No, I think she was meditating under the water.
Yeah, she was meditating underwater. And I didn't know that when I first saw it. I was just like, yeah, she can float, apparently.
Yeah, apparently she can float.
And then he just kind of blew away all that water with a punch, and I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't too impressed with it, because, well, all Kensai can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. He is a little bit scary and mysterious, but what's more interesting is that recently, like just recently, he announced his new disciple. And that is interesting.
Yes, but he doesn't show the disciple, does he?
No, he doesn't. And that's
Right.
what makes it so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Is that we don't know what they look like. And they could very well be someone we already fucking know.
One thing that I really think among that you and I read, and I think other people should read, is The World God Only Knows.
Yeah, well, apparently enough people are watching it that are reading it that there's anime. So
That's true.
I mean, there's so many other mangas out there that I'd love to see become an anime, and one of those is Siren. But I think one of the reasons that Siren's not so popular is because it's already complete. But that shouldn't go to say that it shouldn't become a fucking. I mean, we've all seen it. There's no mangas. There's few mangas out there that are anime that are friggin' that aren't complete.
Yeah. Yeah, there's more complete mangas than incomplete ones. And I think that will always be the case. I think it's just impossible not to compete with the ones that are complete. And
I know you haven't read Siren.
Yeah, I haven't.
You have?
No, I haven't.
You haven't read it. Okay, well, you should. It's pretty good. I really liked it. It's not that bad because it's not that long, and it's kind of the downfall of it. Because I have a feeling that it might have lost popularity and they just rushed for an ending, and that's what happened. But I like the ending. But I mostly like the journey along the way because it was just great. And yeah, the power scale on it gets a little weird, but still, it's just great.
I'll probably check it out. What other mangas? I know one that I read and you watched, I think, was GTO. Great teacher.
Yeah, I'm still watching that, actually. I'm taking my time like a motherfucker with that.
You should. It's really good.
I really just want to fucking enjoy it, because it is so great.
Yeah.
It just makes me sad that the anime industry nowadays is just so fucking cookie cutter. And even when GTO was coming out, it was still pretty bad. But GTO somehow just kind of betrayed it. Like, they went their own way, and it's going... so far for me, it's going great.
I think your mic is kind of messing up a little bit. It sounds kind of weird.
I don't know, I can hear you.
You like the first letter of every couple words like gets knocked off. You're like, I can hear you. I was like, what?
Weird.
I don't know. Man, I'm tired.
You should be. It's like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. Apparently Nami's official bus size is 34F.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But I didn't like this week's episode of World God Only Knows as much as I liked the previous one. But, it's good. It's so good.
Yeah, they kind of... Like, the way it all turned around for him, it's nuts. And I'm really interested to see what his next move is.
But how it all fell into that position was pretty nuts, too.
Yeah, it was.
And
I did not expect her to kind of show up at the place. Yes?
What I didn't expect is for him to completely turn it into his advantage. Like, oh my god.
With the 34F boot? Oh, her name's she's this manga I reviewed. I actually watched the anime too, but it's only because I watched the anime first and went to the manga after the anime, after I caught up with the anime. And the manga's always ahead of the anime. Except for Bleach. Bleach sucked. I'm behind on the anime now. For good reason.
Bryce.
Yes.
I think the real question is, which one has the goddess?
Yeah, that... oh, man. I'm a little confused at what happened at the end, but did they actually show the goddess?
I think they showed the goddess, but then they wouldn't show which one held it.
Yeah, they were just like, she was talking to one of them.
Yes.
But we still don't know who the fuck it is. And what the fuck? And you know what would just fuck me? That would make me lose some respect for it? Is if both of them had it.
I was thinking if neither one had it.
If neither one of them had it, that would be... Oh, that would be great. Because that means one of my other characters that I wish would come back had it.
Because that's what I thought. Like, I was thinking, oh my god, neither one of these two have it. That was my first thought. Because right now, they're both pretty freaking into him right now. But neither one of them had a reaction. I mean, all the other goddesses had a reaction pretty easily.
You could say that.
Especially the little girl, who I don't actually think she's young. I think she's just little.
Okay, see, that's the weird fucking thing, though. I remember all the details about the goddesses, but the count is wrong. I think. I can't remember. I used to remember all the details about the goddesses, how many there were, who was already revealed, and who was yet to be revealed. And then there was those two other ones. And I don't know. It's just kind of weird for me because I distinctly remember there being some sort of fucking inconsistency with the goddesses that are on the side, those two, with that little girl and that teacher or whatever, that they're both goddesses. Now, I can accept the fact that one of those two is one of the ones that they've been mentioning, but I think one of them might be an extra.
I think the teacher isn't a goddess, and I think she's a devil.
You think?
That's what I think. That's what I've felt for a while.
That is a possibility.
Because she seems to always be there at the right time, wrong place. I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean.
But she's kind of sketchy in a way. And every time I see it, I'm like, is she a devil? Like, is she... I don't know if she's particularly working for whatever their group name is that I can't remember right now. The evil...
Are you talking about the bad guys?
Yeah.
Vintage? No, I don't think she's working for Vintage. If any on the list of things that she could be, even if she is a devil, she's not part of Vintage.
That's what I think. I don't think she's a part of Vintage, but I think she's a devil.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. And the only reason I'm dismissing the fact that she's Vintage is just because she's not acting in that way.
Right.
And the whole thing that's going on with fucking Hakia in fucking hell, it's just... Oh, it's pissing me off so much, but it's good.
I agree. It's pissing me off, but it's good. And I did not expect for the little guy to be part of Vintage.
See, I'm kind of sketchy on that, to be honest. But there is a good chance. And if that's the case, just fucking flip the table already. For fuck's sake. That just means... That's pretty much just saying everyone's fucking in Vintage.
Yeah.
That's literally what they're saying. Everyone's fucking Vintage.
At least everyone in power is in Vintage.
Yeah, well, and anyone who's fucking in the story, Vintage. That one chick with the fucking big tits, I guess, the one with the white hair that's kind of intrusive but is on the side and kind of annoying.
Are you talking about the girl who was like an upperclassman and is like all high and mighty about herself?
Yes.
Yeah, she is joining Vintage.
I don't know. She's been back and forth on me on the scale of if she is or if she isn't.
I think she...
And to be honest, I think it would be a really good character turnaround is if the fact that she is trying to join Vintage just for the simple fact that she's trying to bring it down.
That's what I think is going on, actually.
Yeah, because to be honest, that would be great. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would make me look at her character in a totally different way. Because right now I think she's a fucking idiot.
You might disagree with me on this one, and I would understand if you did. But there's one character that, even though it's interesting, and even though I did kind of enjoy reading it, I really kind of wish it wasn't there. and I wish they would have done something else. And it's that tomboy girl that...
Really? You have a problem with her?
I have a problem with her. I kind of liked it at the end of her most recent arc when they found out that she was a goddess, and then finally the reversal came back, and she was again the girl and he was again the guy. At the end, because she even did call him her prince.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even like it to begin with. When he was stuck in her body or something, and he was reading up on, and he was playing the opposite of the game he usually plays, where he was trying to catch him.
I know what you mean. I was a little unsettled with it, but I did find it interesting.
It was interesting. I will give it that. It was at the very least interesting. But I was just like, I don't feel right. It's funny, too, because I'm not even like a homophobe or anything. It was just like, this is kind of weird.
Well, that's not even a homophobe moment. It's just weird, because it's a body switch thing. And, I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard for, like, a non-hentai manga to do something like that.
Yes.
And not to be totally perverted.
Yes.
I mean, me and Jen were talking about this one anime. What was it called, Jen? It's not a body switch, but it is where a guy turns into a girl.
Ranma?
Not Ranma. Ranma was well fucking done.
Ranma was well done.
Camphor? Was it Camphor? Okay, alright.
I never watched Camphor, but...
I think I'm gonna watch it because I have this, like... I thought it was one thing, but then Jen explained it to me a little more, and now it's something completely different. And now I kind of want to see how the characters are around him.
Well, you actually... there's actually an anime that I didn't want to watch because I thought of it completely differently until you kind of yelled at me, literally, to get me to watch it, and that was the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And I didn't want to watch it because what I had thought about it was completely different from what actually was going on.
What did you think was going on?
What I thought was going on was, before I watched it, this is just from watching like a couple of AMVs from it, and actually from what I heard from other people who said they watched it, but now that I've watched it, I don't think they did, it's about this group of people that are run by, and the main character is the girl, Haruhi Suzumiya, and throughout the entire anime series, they're trying to make a movie. And that's her entire goal, and that's the entire thing. So all the weird stuff that you see that happens, it's just their imagination, and they're trying to make a movie.
And then you watched it.
And then I watched it, and I was like, this is really awesome. I'm really glad that I saw this. But then I also thought, I was like, what the hell were those people who told me they watched it talking about? Like, what did they watch?
What did they say?
That's what they told me, that they were trying to make a movie, and that all the like special effects that happens, like the guy...
There's a good chance that they didn't watch it then. That's neat.
Yeah, it is really weird.
It doesn't help that the episodes aren't in chronological order.
Well, I watched them in chronological order. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, so you did watch them in chronological order. That helps. That does. But I love I hella appreciate the fact that I watched it the way they fucking aired it.
I started to, actually, because I think they're kind of in order at the beginning. But then it goes to this baseball episode. And I was watching the baseball episode, and I was like, wait, what the... I was like, what did I miss? Did I miss, like, 4 episodes?
Yeah.
And then I realized I had missed 4 episodes. So...
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
And it's kind of weird, because you only get the sense of it, and it's not like they reveal too much of what happened before anyways.
Well, what really confused me was what really got me to check it up on Wikipedia was one of the lines that the guy said, the guy, the Esper or whatever he was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He said, "Well, you know, if she ever does that thing again, you can stop her the same way you did last time." And I was like, "Wait, what thing? Stop? How? How did he stop her? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And that's when I looked it up on Wikipedia, and I was like, "Oh my god, you tricky bastards!"
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you haven't seen the second season, right?
No, I don't want to. I was told that it was terrible.
Okay, this is just my opinion of it, and my opinion is totally twisted to my kind of personal preferences.
Okay, that's understandable for you.
Yeah, but I loved it. And it might have something to do that I saw that one movie, Beautiful Dreamer,
Mm-hmm.
an anime movie that I'm pretty sure I recommended to you. And for the longest time, I never knew its title until I actually really researched it, and it took me fucking forever. But when I watched it, when I watched the first episode, and then I watched the second episode, I was like, what? And then I watched the third episode, and I was like, what? And then I watched the fourth episode, and I was like, okay, and everything's a little bit different, but it's all the same still, but they keep using different colors for stuff. And then the reason I liked it wasn't for the episodes, but for what it was going to mean for other people, or what it meant for other people that would watch it or did watch it. And that it was going to piss them off. I was just like, wow, this is going to piss off a lot of people. And I appreciated it for the fact that these people knew that it was going to do that.
That's funny.
I mean, they made it. Those episodes. And, like, another thing that most people are probably, like, most things that they're going to miss about it is that despite the fact that they repeat the same thing every episode for like 8 episodes, it's different in very small ways. They're even not lazy enough to just, you know, recycle the animation from the previous episodes. No, they actually take the fucking time to draw the episode over again. And see, that's why I like it, because everyone else will say the same thing. They said it. This is stupid. Why would they do this to us? And that's why I loved it, because everyone was going to hate it, and that's why. I've said this before. Psy. The reason I loved Psy was because everyone was gonna fucking hate him.
Yeah.
And then he got all fucking friendly and shit, and all like, I don't know what true emotions are, but I'm gonna try to express some of them, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whatever, I don't like you anymore. It's a little fickle, but the fact of the matter is, I liked Psy before he was a person that was trying to please everybody.
I have to admit that forever, though, through in the entire Psy storyline, I think I liked him more than I like Sasuke.
Oh, well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
He was the Sasuke replacement, and everyone was like, he's just going to replace Sasuke. He's nothing, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he was a badass. I loved the whole ink thing he had going for him.
Yeah.
But, to be honest, I just loved his character when he first started out.
Yeah, I liked how he just attacked Naruto. Like, out of the blue.
Yeah. Well, it's not that really brought me to him. It's when they met again for the first time, when they were introduced as a team, and how he acted after that is why I actually liked it. And then when I look back at what he did before and attacked Naruto, it all made sense to me, and I was like, wow, I really like this guy, because he's gonna be a character that nobody's gonna like, except for the fact that I guess he's cute. I don't know. I'm not a girl, so I don't know these things.
That thought never even crossed my mind, but
Yeah, but no. Well, the only thing I'm deriving that from is the whole Konohamaru's one jutsu, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
The one that got Sakura all riled up.
Right.
That was awesome, and I'm so disappointed they didn't have that in the fucking anime, because that would have been just fantastic. Not just to see it, obviously, but just to see Sakura's fucking reaction, because that was great. To see her succumb to the same thing that the guys do is just,
yeah.
Great. It's like putting her on the same level as an ecchi guy, or you know what I mean.
Didn't Naruto look down on it though?
Yeah, he didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, he was like, "What the hell were you thinking when you made that?"
Yeah, but the technique before it, the one that was similar but with females, he did appreciate the fuck out of that.
Yeah. Naturally, of course. I'm sure Jiraiya would appreciate it.
Yeah, he would have.
So, that's really funny that that's one of the reasons why he liked Naruto. It makes sense, but it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't go to show you that Naruto is also the son of, like, one of his greatest pupils right next to Pain. Of course, mind you, Pain wasn't as great as a ninja as Minato was, but he was still pretty fucking great ninja.
Yes. One thing we're going back to Naruto. One thing that surprised me, and it apparently didn't surprise anybody else, is I thought that Nagato had to use his 6 paths like puppets to use the abilities. I did not think, like, even though everyone was saying, "Oh, he can use those abilities without the paths. He can use them himself." I was like, "No, there's no way," and I was wrong. He could.
He could use all of them at once.
Yeah, and for some,
that's what I was saying earlier. Is the only problem I had with any of his 6 paths was none of them except that one, the one with that could shoot out missiles and shit. That one's the one that confused me, and Jen says that kind of doesn't make sense. But to me, it kind of does, because the Rinnegan Eye was the eye that the Sage of the 6 Paths had. Oh, not the Sage... Yeah. Wait. Yeah. The guy who created ninjutsu. I mean, for him to have something like that, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
In my...
Are the movies canon?
No.
No?
Like, there may be 1 or 2 that are, but not really.
What about that one when they go to the snow village, or not snow village, but they go to like a snowy mountain? The one when they were trying to protect the people who were making a movie, and they see like the rainbow chakra or whatever.
I might not have seen that one.
Really? It was really...
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. No, definitely, no.
I didn't think so. It had a really awesome ending, though, but I didn't think it was...
that one was good.
Yeah.
No, but my favorite ending is one of the Shippuden ones. This one where Naruto died, he died in the very beginning. I was like, they even buried him, and Tsunade was, like, so sad to see him die, and I was like, what the fuck is this movie all about? And, like, the whole movie was about him defying fate and this one chick who could see the future, and she kept seeing Naruto die in different ways.
That's the very first Shippuden movie, actually, because I've seen that.
Okay, well, I loved... Like, the ending was okay, but what happened after the ending, like, after everything was said and done, was just great. Because she's like, I want to become a great priestess, and I want you to help me help make the next priestess.
Yeah.
And then Naruto was totally just oblivious to what that implied. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do whatever. And then I was just like, yeah, that is Naruto.
That is totally a Naruto answer, too. Yeah. Oh, man.
because even Rock Lee realized what that meant, because you saw him just like, and then like blush, and Kakashi was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
I wonder, you know what I really wonder is, who would react more if, let's say, who's a random female ninja that's not really mentioned a whole lot?
Ino.
Ino? Well, okay, not Ino. I could think maybe 10-10, but probably not even 10-10. But let's say a random female ninja came up, and she started really hitting our Naruto to the point where he could even tell. And let's say both Sakura and Hinata were there to see it. Who do you think would react more?
I think Hinata would react to... I don't know how Hinata would... I got an idea of how she would react. It's kind of hard to explain, but I have a good idea of how she would react. And Sasuke, I think she would get a little... Or Sakura, she would get upset. Pretty upset.
I think she would get angry and kind of... I think she would be jealous, but she would try and take, like, the sister role. And she'd be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you treating... Or she would get mad at Naruto. And she would be like, why are you letting her talk to you like that? Or even, why are you flirting with this girl?
Yeah. I think what happened with Hinata... This is just one possibility. It's not, like, what I think would actually happen. I just think this is just one thing. Is, she would just, like, look at it, and, like, you'd see this devastated look in her face, and, like, these tears welling up, and then suddenly she'd be like, Naruto, how could you? And then run off. And you're like, what did I do? And, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's one way.
But the way I actually think she reacts, like I said, it's kind of hard to describe.
It's hard to pinpoint her because I would love to see her get jealous and kind of offensive in a way.
Yeah, well, we would all love that. And, that whole pain thing is kind of just a slap in the face to Hinata.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of hope it's brought up again when
If it's not brought up again, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, I will be really fucking disappointed. Or, hell, even if they don't bring it up again after it's all over, and then they do the whole, like, what everyone's doing in, like, 4 years afterwards, like, it's just a shot of fucking Naruto and fucking Hinata, and Hinata's, like, holding Naruto's kid or something like that.
By the way... If Naruto does have a kid with Hinata, so not only does it get...
Shut up. We all know the OP-ness. We all know the OP-ness of it, alright?
Like... I really want to say it, but at the same time I shouldn't, because I know that your mind will start exploding like crazy, Bryce. Did you mute me?
No, I didn't mute you. I'm nodding my head in disapproval of how just crazy that would be.
It would be insane.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see more of? Because I know she's old enough to do stuff now.
Who?
Hanami.
Oh, you mean Hinata's, like, younger sister?
Yeah. Isn't she as old as Konohamaru?
I guess. It's kind of weird that they mentioned... Like, she is a legit character.
Yeah.
And she could be potentially really great. But, not unlike Konohamaru, which everyone fucking hates. And you know what? I can't even explain my hatred for Konohamaru. I just don't like him.
By the way, did I just imagine it? It could have just been my imagination, possibly. But did Konohamaru use Rasengan?
Yeah, he did.
How?
The Naruto taught him it at some point in time.
I was hoping I had just, like, dreamt it or something. And I was like, no, there's no way.
You're just like, you were listing off your top 10 list of the most impossible things that would happen and Konohamaru using the Rasengan was on that list.
Right, it was like number 10 of most impossible things happening. 10 is like Asuma coming back to life for good. 9, Jiraiya coming to life for good. 7, Rock Lee getting a fight that he actually wins and, like, prevails in.
Yeah.
6, Konohamaru doing Rasengan. Like,
yeah.
How is that even possible? It's not. It's not possible. Why did they do that?
It's kind of funny that we mentioned this list because there's a possibility that one of those impossible things on that list somewhere, probably number 1, is Sasuke goes back to being a good guy. And I'm sorry, but you should probably, I don't know if you already heard those guys say something about Sasuke in that review that we kind of paused and haven't gone back to, but still.
Yeah, alright, no, I haven't heard about it yet, but I will. Here's one thing, though, that I gotta say, is I didn't think I would give Sasuke a second chance, but I did give him a second chance, and that was right after Itachi died. And I went, Sasuke, this is my second chance I'm giving to you. Go back.
Everyone was giving him a second chance after that, Michael.
Go back to Konoha and just stop being an idiot and a douchebag, and things will be good again.
The thing is, people. It's not that people are giving him a third chance. It's just that they're extending their second chance to as far as they possibly can.
I'm not anymore. That was it for me. At this point, I do not want him to come back. I want him to die.
Yeah. Okay, to be honest, his second chance ended for me. I did extend it. Like, where it ended for me for a second chance was pretty much, and I know this is a little late, but it was the Danzo fight.
Wow. I extended it until he made, I think it was called Taki, which wasn't much further past Itachi's death.
No.
So, yeah. Right when he was like, we're going...
The thing is, like, what kept me going was all the subtle things. Like, yes, he formed Taki, but, like, one of his things that he was doing was, despite the fact that he had to fight all these different ninjas and stuff, his rule was to not kill them. And to me, that was a redeeming quality. And then he started fighting all these different people and somehow fucking winning or losing. I mean, and doing a lot of cocky bullshit. Okay, you know what? Fine. I know this is not a lot sooner, but pretty much I lost faith when he tried to take on the Kages.
I was surprised when he tried doing that. I
was disappointed. And then when I read, like, I think I remember reading it and then just passing over it. Like, their excuse for not attacking Danzo before he arrived at the summit. But, when I heard it in the anime, I was just like, that's bullshit!
Yeah.
I was like, that is the most un-ninja thing ever. Like, why attack him when he's in a room full of people that are guaranteed to be more powerful than the person next to him?
Right.
And it goes to show that all of the Kages are pretty fucking nuts. Raikage, Tsuchikage, kind of the Mizukage, but I don't know. We haven't really seen too much of how good she is. Yeah, actually, we saw the fact that she has 2 fucking bloodline limits, which is pretty fucking nuts. But they're both water-based, but that's besides the fucking point. The lava element, that's pretty fucking dangerous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that the Mizukage or the Tsuchikage?
Mizukage.
Okay.
She's the female with the red hair.
Who's the Tsuchikage?
He's the one who killed Sasuke. Pretty much just boned the god out of him, or would have if it wasn't for Madara saving his ass. And see, that's where Sasuke would have fucking died. It's like that. It's like one of those moments in Nostalgia Critic where like the kid is shot. It's just like the end of the movie.
I love when he does that.
Yeah, and I kind of wish that was it. I kind of wish that is where he died. Yes, anticlimactic, but fucking appropriate for the stupid move he fucking made.
Yes, I agree, but I wouldn't have been happy. I don't think I would have been satisfied if Sasuke would have died that way.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't have been, but I would have.
I still think he should die, but I wouldn't have been satisfied if he would have died that way. I think he needs to be...
Well, to be honest, a lot of people didn't even know... Like, that was the first time we even seen the Tsuchikage use that dust element technique.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we didn't even know what happened. We were like, was he transported? He's alive, right? You didn't actually kill him. No! And then Madara shows up with the passed out Sasuke in his arm. They're like, yes! And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. It still would have been a decent way to take him out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't just waltz into a fucking room full of Kages and expect to come out
Yeah.
in one piece, let alone alive.
I cannot believe that he had the balls to do that. Really. Oh, man. I have not, but Jen hasn't said anything in a while. I'm kind of curious. What is Camphor about?
Can they only be females? Just asking.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Speaking of a female-only anime, fighting anime, I watched an anime recently called Master of Martial Arts.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very good.
The simple title sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it had a really sudden and twist ending. It was so sudden. It just happened like out of nowhere, and it was really kind of sick in a way. How it all happened, I don't even know.
How long is this series?
It's very short. It's actually pretty short. It's
13?
like I don't even think it's 13 episodes. I'm pretty sure it's like 8 episodes.
Oh, that's acceptable.
I
kind of want to watch it now because of the twist ending and it's sick.
And the first like 6 episodes were pretty it was okay, and it made sense of what was happening, and I thought all that was going to happen was she was going to end the tournament, make her get her prize, and get out of there, but it didn't happen like that at all.
Well, what's the name of the anime?
Master of Martial Arts.
Hearts? Oh, I thought it was actually martial arts.
No.
Hearts.
Hearts.
That's fucking weird. Of course, I thought Elfen Lied was a weird name, but that was a good anime.
Speaking of Elfen Lied, I just watched Elfen Lied all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, the anime. Pretty recently.
Pretty fucked up, isn't it?
I didn't really like it that much. I thought a lot of the ecchi parts were extremely unnecessary, and they didn't need it at all. And even though, yeah, she had a pretty messed up life, Lucy, I didn't think it was bad enough for her to go as crazy as she did. Like, one thing that I understand when she lost it with the puppy, that made sense to me. But when she lost it on the kid's family on the train, felt completely out of place to me. I was like, why did she do that? I mean, yeah, she's crazy, I get it, but that's a little too crazy.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of the top something moments in anime, and on the list of there was a list of the most tragic moments in anime. L's death was on there, but number one was where Lucy killed that kid's family. I mean, fuck, dude. She cut his sister in half. Right fucking there. We saw it. We saw her body over here, and then her legs over here. And we're like, well, this is single-handedly one of the most fucked up animes I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, but there's a lot of problems that I personally had with the anime, because yeah, her life was bad, and it was pretty bad, but there's probably other people who had lives just as bad as hers, if not worse.
Well, you gotta remember that, what she was going through as a kid, and her powers kind of lash out at times to where,
I'm trying to remember the anime, and I just now remember the thing that I was most irritated about. The thing that I was most irritated about was, even though she got her memory back, now she did lose her memory and she started living with that one kid for a while. And she was happy while she was living with him. And even when she got her memory back, she knew, she didn't lose the memory of when she had lost her memory. She remembers all the times where she was, kind of stupid and couldn't say anything but her name and was living with him. And she knew that she was happy while she was there. And what I think if she really wanted to do, and I think it would have been very easy to do for her, if she could have either A, continued to play stupid and just say, what was it, Mew that she said or something?
Yeah.
And just continue to do that and be stupid, or say, hey, I got my memory back, but I would love if I could continue staying with you guys, because you guys are like family to me now. And she could have done that, but instead, when that worm girl got there to kill her, even though she could have just said, hey, why are you attacking me? There's no reason to. And the other girl would have been like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Because she kind of did later on in the series anyway.
Yeah.
And it could have been all peaches and cream, and everyone would have been happy. But she had to go all emo and be like, I don't deserve to be happy because of what I've done in the past, and I can never bring it up with him, because of course it'll be a terrible memory, and then he would hate me forever, and I don't even want to risk it. And
it doesn't help that he got his memories back about what actually happened. It's my sister got sick. Yeah, she got sick with getting, her bowels dropped all over the fucking train station.
Yeah, but at the same time, even after he remembered, he was still willing to accept her back, because and now, in my opinion, though, even though I know they showed a silhouette at the end of the episode, da-da, in my opinion, she's dead. That wasn't her silhouette at the end. That was something else. Mailman, maybe.
Mailman, really? The mailman?
Okay?
I guess the rims of the hat could have been her fucking horns or something.
Exactly. Now, they show the silhouette of a character, and everyone's like, oh my god, she didn't die! And apparently in the manga, it really was her, and she didn't die. And the manga continued on. But, I don't know. I talked to someone who read the manga, and he was trying to compare Alucard from Hellsing to Lucy from Elfenlied. And he was like, if they got in a fight, who would win? And I haven't even watched all of Hellsing. I've only watched the first, 6 episodes. But I've seen all of Elfenlied. And I think Alucard would win. But he was sitting there going, no, you don't get it. Lucy's immortal. And I'm like, what? No. I watched her get shot and die from a bullet. So. Also, Jen, I haven't...
Can also Alucard not die? I mean,
now,
apples and oranges here, guys.
No.
Her immortality is questionable. His is not.
Now, first of all, I haven't completely watched Hellsing, but apparently this guy I was talking to has, and he was saying at the end of Hellsing, he fights Dracula, so that Alucard is not Dracula. Because he fights Dracula, and he says Dracula kills Alucard. And I was like, I don't think that happens. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen. He's like, oh, it does. I know. And I'm like, okay. But he was trying to explain Lucy to me, and he was like, oh yeah, Lucy has, 7-mile arms now. Her arms are 7 miles long now, not the 3 meters that they used to be. I'm like, how did that happen? And he's like, and she can literally saw through the entire planet if she wanted to. And I was like, what? How?
That's a generational thing. She shouldn't be able to do that.
So, I don't know. It was really weird. But, in my opinion, she did die at the end of the anime. She got shot in the head. She died. End of story. But, so... I don't know. Again, according to the manga, she didn't die. But I didn't read the manga, so...
I don't know this name as one anime, but it seems to be a lot more... I haven't seen it, but there's a good chance that it is equal to and or greater than the fucked up level of Elfenlied on the whole, gore shit. This one chick, she straight up takes a knife, puts it against a fucking board on the wall, and then starts stabbing herself in the neck with it.
Oh.
And I'm like,
I know what anime you're talking about, man. Alright. I haven't watched it, but I've heard a bit about it. What that is there's an entity, possibly a god, and he is going into these characters' minds and is messing with their minds and is making them kill each other or themselves. And he's doing it just to get his rocks off.
That sounds insanely fucked up.
Yeah.
Insane.
Now, I've never watched it, and it's really weird because most of it, I've seen a lot of the gory parts in it. But I've seen a lot of the gory parts in it, and most of it doesn't really mess with me. Even the part with the girl, stabbing her own self in the head. I was just whatever, I guess. Okay, she stabbed herself in the head. Okay, good job. The one part that really makes me ugh, why would you do that? Is this girl, she gets this fingernail clipper or something, and it cuts off her entire nail, up to the finger. And she did it to all of her fingers, and just watching it, it has to be so painful. It has to just be so stupid painful. The stabbing yourself in the head, it's going to be painful for the first stab, or maybe even adrenaline will be rushing so fast, you won't feel it at all. But, and eventually the pain will go away in a few seconds anyway. But the fingernail thing, that's going to hurt for days. Because it is, I don't know. And when I saw it, it just really made me go ugh, why would you do that?
Yeah, it's understandable.
So.
I know exactly what you mean, but I mean, it doesn't help that there's a good chance that they got that story from a nurse in real life, mind you, that did that to comatose patients.
Oh, that's creepy and really terrible. I didn't even know that.
Her excuse when she got caught was that she used it to relieve stress. And I was like, that still hurts a lot in my brain. Nails on a chalkboard. Or, yeah, nails on.
Yeah.
Irony.
You know what story is probably one of the greatest stories of all time? And you can tell that it is just at how many times it's been rewritten and even just bits and pieces of it reused in mostly Asian movies and Asian culture. It's a little story called Journey to the West, I believe it is. Do you know it?
It sounds stupid familiar. It kind of sounds like Dragon Ball-ish stuff.
Oh yeah, it should, because Dragon Ball is based off of it.
Oh, so that's where Son Goku is.
Yeah.
Ah, the monkey-tailed boy, or demon, or whatever.
Yes. And Sayuki, and Chinese Paladin, and...
Sayuki Legend, or is Legend a name of an anime? Are you actually referring to the movie where Tim Curry plays as the devil? Which, by the way, is a fucking awesome movie. Unfortunately, it has Tom Cruise in it, but this is way before he got into Scientology. Like, he was just a fucking teenager.
There's actually a story about, and I think it's actually in Journey to the West. I think it might be. But there's like a particular part in it, in a particular story that I don't remember the name of. I'll find it later, I guess. About a devil that when he writes names in his book, they die. And no one really knows that, but they think that's where Death Note came from. Because it was a story that was written a long, long time ago. Way before, like, animation existed.
Yeah, it is a Chinese... It is an old... I know how old the story is. Now I didn't know what the story was called, but I know the story of Son Goku.
Yeah.
And I know it's stupid fucking old.
You know who else even did it? Who else even used the story? Love Hina. They did a little play of it. Do you remember? No?
No, I can't. It's been a long time since I've seen Love Hina, and I want to keep it that way because I want to watch it again.
Love Hina's really good, and I will rewatch it again. You know, Chris used to own the entire DVD set.
He did?
Including the movies, and I think he sold them.
Aww.
But he used to have the entire thing. Ah, it was so good. And I used to like watch them all the time. But there is an episode where they try and... he's with his sensei, the girl who Naru had a crush on before... Yeah, the guy with the glasses who used to be married to... what's his name? Keitaro?
Keitaro. Yeah, Keitaro.
He used to be married to Keitaro's aunt, I believe.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, it was with him, and they reacted. Wow, I just said it. Journey to the West, and they Keitaro was Son Goku, Naru was some type of princess, and I can't remember if it was King Satan or Ox King. I don't remember now in the real story, but that's who he had to fight, and he was being played by the teacher or whatever, the archaeologist.
That guy who's always got a fucking head injury.
Mostly for his driving ability.
As a cause of his driving ability, yes.
Yeah.
I always love that character because of that little thing of his. Like, his quirk was the fact that every time you see him, he's got some sort of fucking head injury.
Well, also, he's a boss.
Yes, he is.
He's an incredible fighter. Like, incredible. He took on Makoto, the girl. I'm surprised that I'm actually remembering some of these names, because I'm really bad with names, as you know. And he took on Makoto in one, and he's an expert marksman. So... And yet he has, like, the brattiest little girl for a daughter.
Yeah. She's the cause of some of his head injuries, too.
Yeah, Sarah was her name?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, God. I kind of don't want to remember anything, because if I forget it all and then watch it again, it'll just be, like, new again.
Right.
That'd be great.
One thing that I have to bring up, and you probably haven't watched this, did you watch the last movie?
Yeah.
With the sister?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was almost like, it kind of reminded me of that one Tenchi Muyo movie where his daughter comes back from time. And it's so fucking weird how they ended, because, like, she dies, and then they're like, okay, well, we can clone her, so she'll really be your daughter. Because the whole question was, if she's your daughter, who's her mom? And they're all, like, speculating who in the group of them was the mom, and it turns out they all were the mom, and it was, like, a happy ending. And I just thought it was fucking weird, because it's, like, a time paradox thing, because the only way they could clone her was because they had her DNA from her future self that traveled back in time. So I was like, okay. Fuck time travel. That was the first time I encountered time travel's time paradoxiness, aside from fucking, the natural, timeless classic Back to the Future.
Yes. Speaking of Tenchi, I love Tenchi Muyo and I love Tenchi Universe, but I also really love Tenchi in Tokyo.
Really?
And a lot, I guess that's the reaction. I get that.
I'm not gonna, okay, yeah, it was good, but the fact of the matter was, it was a totally separate, like, thing. Like, they retold a different story from their past days and everything.
I get that reaction a lot when I say that. They're like, what? You really liked Tenchi in Tokyo? Were you high? No. I really liked Tenchi in Tokyo. I think it was because I was growing up, and I think I needed a more mature story that wasn't just fighting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Tenchi in Tokyo just happened to be on Toonami, and I watched it, and it just worked really well with the time that I was growing up in, I think.
I didn't have any problems with it other than the fact that when they went to the flashbacks of, like, how everything started for them was totally different from what I remember.
That I didn't like a whole lot, but it kind of sort of made sense, because Tenchi Muyo and Tenchi Universe were really close to the same thing.
Yeah, they were. Like,
and there were slight differences in how they came to be there.
Yeah.
But I think Tenchi Muyo was first, then Tenchi Universe. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was Tenchi Muyo, then Tenchi Universe.
And I think Tenchi Universe was just a polished version of Tenchi Muyo.
Kinda, a little bit.
Yeah. I think they're both worth watching, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've watched all of them. I mean, I've seen all the fucking movies. I've seen all the fucking TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
There's the one with his mom? Holy...
I was about to bring that up. You are reading my mind now. When he met his mom, oh my god. She knew how to use that sword, man.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, the ending was just... I hate to admit it, but that was a real tearjerker right there. I was just like... how they... For me, just how they explained it is like, maybe the energy she used to save her son now was what, deprived her of the energy that helped her live later on.
Yeah.
After giving birth to him and everything. And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah. I really want to rewatch that. I really want to rewatch the Tenchi movies.
And it has, like, in the very beginning, it has, like, one of the most epic deaths I've ever fucking seen. And it's some of, like, a random-ass secondary character. It's like this dog face dude. It's like a dog alien or whatever. And he's just, like, the captain of this fucking prison that's holding this blobby thing in it. With this fucking weird-ass mask. And, like, it's getting out, and he's like, we gotta contain it. And it's like, it's not working. And he's like, ah! And then he just fucking gets disintegrated. In the most epic way. Because you see half of his face is gone completely with no fucking explainable reason. And he's just like, ah! And then I'm like, oh, it was weird but awesome. And I was like, that was like just like an epic death for me.
Well, I was about to bring something like that up. I think I really need to make a video and have it like the 10 most epic deaths in anime. Death...
You have to watch a lot of anime, though.
Yeah. There's a lot that I haven't seen. A lot of movies that I need to watch. There's a lot of Studio Ghibli films that I haven't watched.
Which ones have you not seen?
I haven't seen The Cat Returns.
Oh, that was a great movie. I'm not gonna lie. I only watched it like just recently, like in the beginning of August, but I saw it and I was just like, why have I never seen this? It was great.
You know a movie that I really did like? Porco Rosso.
What?
I thought it was done really well.
That's like, this is one of their worst ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was about equivalent to Kiki's Delivery Service for me. I
really liked that one. I kind of wish there was more to it, too.
I own Kiki's Delivery Service.
I know you do.
Spirited Away I have seen. That's really good. I have not seen Howl's Moving Castle.
What?
Yeah, that's the biggest one I get. That's probably the most popular movie is Howl's Moving Castle. And
that and Spirited Away.
Yeah. I think I own Spirited Away. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. I can't think of... Oh, My Neighbor Totoro I have seen, but it's been such a long time I need to rewatch it.
Okay. Because I've seen it recently, but, yeah, I thought... they're all... I mean, other than Porco Rosso, that's... All of them are... I've seen pretty much all of them.
I wouldn't mind rewatching Porco Rosso, because from what I remember... I haven't seen it for like 4 years or something, but I remember it being really, really good, actually. I remember, like... wasn't there another one? It wasn't Howl's Moving Castle, but there was another one about a castle floating in the sky.
Laputa.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I've seen that recently as well, and that one was pretty good, too.
So...
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
but
I'll talk to you later.
I do need to watch, and I've always wanted to watch The Cat Returns. And I think I'm just a sucker for...
One of my favorite things... Okay, I hate to interrupt you,
sure.
But one of my favorite things about that movie is the bad... I hate to spoil it. But, he doesn't really show himself as the bad guy until later. But the bad guy is voiced by Tim Curry in American, and I just love that. Because Tim Curry has the most appropriate evil guy voice.
Nice.
I'm just saying.
You know who has, like, a really epic evil guy voice?
Kevin Michael Richardson?
I think that's who it is, but I'm thinking of Uncle Phil.
Oh, Uncle Phil? No, that's not the same guy. But they're both black, and they both have pretty crazy-ass voices.
Yeah.
No, oh, God. This guy, he's been in so much crap. So much different fucking cartoons from our older days, and some newer cartoons as well. Like, and he's a voice that you always hear, and he's like the voice of some minor bad guy, or the voice of the big bad guy for a short while. And you just don't know him, and he's just like, like he's voiced so many characters. I can't think of any of them for some reason. But he's like this really deep voice. He's played some good guys too, actually, from what I remember. I wish I could remember one of his fucking roles, and it's right on the top of my fucking head too.
IMDb. I said IMDb.
Yeah, but
oh, anyway, a voice actor that I know that's extremely popular, and I'm not very good at names, but his name is Steve Blum. And I think everybody knows Steve Blum now. If they're an anime fan, mostly because he voices so many characters. You know who his most prestigious role is, though?
Who?
The main character in Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god, that guy. Oh my god, that guy.
I think the main character's name is Spike?
Yeah, Spike.
Okay.
Oh god. No, I'm talking about the voice actor, Steve Blum.
Oh, you're thinking of Steve Blum?
Yeah, I'm thinking about him, because he does play a lot of fucking people.
He's really popular.
Yeah.
I hope he comes to AWA one year. Because I'd really like to shake his hand one time and just be like, "Sir, your voice is amazing."
Yeah. You've done good, sir. You've done good. Really, the only person in mainstream media that I want to meet, literally the only one, because no one else has done anything to garner my respect, and it is Robin Williams.
Yeah, wait, what about Robin Williams?
He's the only person I really want to meet, really badly, before he dies or something terrible happens.
Robin Williams is one of the most awesome people ever.
Yeah, it would have been, Jim Carrey would be there, but he's kind of been acting weird over the past few years.
Yeah, there are a couple people that I would love to meet. I would love to meet Drew Carey. I would love to meet Jim Carrey. I would love to meet Robin Williams. Probably out of the three, I would love to meet Robin Williams the most. Just because he is so awesome. He's going to go... he's going to go down in history, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what his daughter's name is?
I think I do know, but go ahead and tell me. I'll regret not knowing for some reason.
Zelda.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He named his daughter Zelda because he's such a huge fan of the Zelda series.
Yeah.
And he actually did a commercial with his daughter for the new one that came out on the 3DS.
You're talking about the remake of Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't you? Oh, man. I mean...
It was really awesome, because he was like, did I ever tell you how you came to be? I stole a magic sword, and I slayed an elf, and it was really funny. And he was like, "Are you talking about me, or are you talking about the game?" And that's what his daughter said. He was like, "Oh, I get those two mixed up sometimes."
God, I mean, it's just, he's just kind of, there's a lot of logical reasons to why I would want to meet him. He's always been there in every movie that I've ever loved. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. I know a lot of people are questionable about that movie.
I love Mrs. Doubtfire also.
Yeah, I love Toys. Not a lot of people know that movie, but I fucking love that movie. And when I heard him in Aladdin, I was just like, yes.
There was a movie that I really liked him in, and a lot of people didn't like the movie, but I watched it even when I was young, and I liked it.
Wait. Let me type in the next movie I was about to... I can't really... Don't know how to spell it, but... Oh, God. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I can't really remember the title of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what your title is that you were gonna say. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the movie that I was thinking of is he's like a doctor, and he has he's like a clown throughout the movie. Hatch Adams, yes.
That's a good one too.
I really
the movie I'm talking about is one he's not the main character in, but he is a character in it, and it's one of my favorite movies, like of history. Like it's in my top 5, that is, I'm pretty sure I spelled it wrong. Oh, I forgot the Adventures of Bear in Munchausen. Sorry, I forgot the bear.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh god, it's a cult classic. Like when I first saw it, I was just like, I don't know, 8 years old. I mean, it came out when I was fucking born. So,
you know what show, and I'm sure you'll know it as soon as I say it, that I never got to watch, and I feel kind of bad about because it was just I was too young to watch it.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, I actually watched that. That's where I first saw him, but I didn't really recognize him until later, like in Mrs. Doubtfire or something.
I think that's when I first saw him was Mrs. Doubtfire, and then I think I saw him in a couple like either Mad TV or Saturday Night Live sketches.
Probably Saturday Night Live.
Was he the crazy kid that like really loved chocolate?
No, that was Mike Myers.
Oh, that was Michael Myers. That was Mike Myers. Man. I don't know if I'd like to meet Mike Myers. I mean, yeah, it'd be awesome, but he's not really one of my top people to meet.
Well, see, alright, here's the reason why I really want to meet it. Despite the fact that he's been part of my childhood and my later life as is. Now, one of the main reasons why I want to meet him is, there's this one movie that he was in, and it wasn't comical at all. It was called, what was it called? He was a photo...
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I haven't seen it, but he was actually a villain in that one.
Yeah, he was just creepy. Like, super creepy.
I think it was, called, 30...
There wasn't really a protagonist or an antagonist, really, in that movie. It was kind of like, well, technically, there could have been an antagonist in fucking Napoleon Dynamite, but besides the point. 2 different movies. He was just a really weird character in that movie, but there was just one part in it that kind of caught my eye and made me look up that particular part in the movie, is this kid of this family that he's pretty much idolizing, he's stalking over. This kid is looking over this toy, and this toy is from one of my favorite animes of all time, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, of course. I know that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, and when I saw the toy, I was like, oh shit. And the problem I had with that scene was that, like, this is a good guy from the series, and he was holding one of the bad guys, and I was like, okay, whatever. Common movie mistake, but oh wait, no. The thing is, what caught my eye about it was that the kid was looking through toys, and Robin Williams picked it out. And then when I looked it up later on the net, it was only because Robin Williams suggested that toy actually to be put in that movie. And then I found out all this stuff that he really likes that anime series too. And I just that just got me off on a tangent about it, because I was just like, I gotta talk to this guy about this anime. I gotta find out what he thinks about it. Because if he likes that anime to the point where he actually wants to get it in, I just want to hear what he says about it.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, fuck, man. That's great. Because when Evangelion was first coming out, it wasn't really that popular. Like, it was hard as fuck for me to get hold of VHSs of that. And yes, this is during the VHS age. So.
I remember you would record them on, like, it wasn't Sci-Fi, I don't think, but it was a...
No, it wasn't me who was recording it. It was Eddie Coyle. You remember Eddie Coyle?
Of course, yeah, I'm still friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, one of his friends got a hold of some of the VHSs and he was barring them, and Eddie was like, "Hey, you want to watch a anime series with me?" And I was just, and that's what got me on Evangelion. I mean, I got it before it was fucking, I guess, as popular as it is today. I don't really know how popular it is, but apparently it's popular enough to get movie remakes of it. And the movies are just beautiful.
I still remember that I actually bought you, I think, the one you were missing.
Yeah, Death and Rebirth.
Yes, Death and Rebirth.
A lot of people don't like that movie because it really has nothing in it that's important, but to me it has so many things that are important, and it helps explain so many fucking things. And the reason people don't pick up on it is because it's just a weird fucking movie.
What I think
it has all these scenes that have no action in it, but I paid so much fucking attention to it, and that's why I understand so much about the fucking series.
What I really love about kind of our relationship is, even though I don't really like Evangelion that much, I like it, but I don't like it nearly as much as you do. I do. My favorite all-time anime is made by the same people who made Evangelion.
Yeah, Fully Cooley.
Fully Cooley.
Yeah, yeah. That's the great thing about that. It's funny how that all ties together.
And I really think Fully Cooley is a great anime. It has a lot to be understood about it, and I even looked into the psychology of Fully Cooley and how it's kind of a reverse coming to age story, and I don't know. I've really looked into it.
Yeah.
So
one thing with Fully Cooley is I really do I think it is I agree with you that it is a fan-fucking-tastic anime. The thing is, I kind of put it alongside, because of its shortness, alongside Golden Boy as one of my favorite animes.
I really want to rewatch Golden Boy.
Dude, I watched it I know it's been a couple of years, but that's too soon to commit to watching it again, because Jesus. I mean, it's not so much the edgy things that are in it. It's just that the edgy things that he does is just really fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's a really funny anime.
And the genius of the character. See, that's why I love GTO so much, is that he acts like a fool all the fucking time, but he's got this genius to him on a subtle fucking level.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know.
I think that's the reason why a lot of people like some of the newer animes, like Death Note or Code Geass.
I was about to bring up Code Geass because, the character it just has that genius of a way of doing it. But I think the thing that I like about Golden Boy and that I like about GTO more than I like Code Geass is that the characters, they don't seem like geniuses, but they have these genius moments.
Yeah, see, they're subtle kind of genius. That's exactly the point I was just about to make. It's so great.
Which is kind of one of the reasons why I really enjoy reading God Only Knows, is because he's a genius in his own right.
Yeah, he's a genius. He's a genius in an unexpected level, and somehow it's helpful. And they are doing a good job, but they have had some bumps with the whole video game thing.
Yeah.
The whole video game theme thing. And I can't remember the moment that they kind of fucked up on, but I know they fucked up somewhere, because it kind of threw me off of it a little bit. They're trying to overplay his gamerness too much or something. I can't remember.
What I kind of like about him, though, is that they do still kind of prove that he is human, because he does mess up. There are times where he's like, I have no idea how to move from this point, and then something happens that helps him out to realize, you know what, maybe I can get myself out of this situation.
Yes, and any other anime could do that, but they don't do it in just in a way where I mean, if the same situation happened to you, there would probably be no way that you figured that it would fucking work out.
Yeah.
But he does. He turns it about, and that's why I like it so much. It's because it's actual creative writing.
Unlike some other mangas.
Yeah, a lot of other mangas. I mean, it's just...
Speaking of looking at you,
there's
Taikubo.
some... I hate to say this about God Only Knows, but it's... There are few and far between cookie-cutter characters in that particular series. And that's what I like about it, is because it doesn't have any too many cookie-cutter characters, and any cookie-cutter characters are kind of fucking just like
underplayed
garbage characters anyway, so
yeah.
It's not something you should be too worried about, but the other ones are just great. And when I saw the anime, I loved how they handled the librarian. Like, the music and the pace of it, the tone, it's just, they did such a great job. And that's why I love that they made it into an anime, because there's so many things that they could do, that they could put into effect with, like, certain music and lighting and tone that they can't do in manga.
I only watched the first episode, but I loved how strict it was to the manga.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I haven't seen the other episodes, maybe you have, but I really hope that it stays with that flow, where it follows the manga to the letter.
It is exactly like the manga. Yes, the librarian... Like, the librarian's the only one I can remember, that I can cite for, I guess, making filler out of a few pages from the manga, but they do it so fucking well. God,
Like, if they do it well and it works, then I'm fine with it. But if it's like, why would they do that? Why? What's the importance of having that? Then I would get irritated. But by your reaction, it doesn't seem like that's a problem.
No, dude, they do a good job throughout, but the librarian... Like, I liked the librarian in the manga, but I love the librarian in the fucking anime. Just because they did it so... They did it justice, and then some.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. I'll just let you watch it for yourself to see what happens. And the crazy thing is, there's not much to describe about it.
I will watch it now, because I really enjoyed the first episode, so...
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed they're chibi, if you know what I'm talking about. They're chibi in the anime. It's not exactly like it was in the manga, but it's still okay. It's still good. Yeah. You know what I mean by chibi, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Like, when they get in a certain emotional state, they get all, like, small and cartoonish.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, when, Elsie gets all, like, hyped up about fire engines. I love that about her character. That's just such an abstract thing.
She loves fire trucks?
Yeah, fire trucks. Yeah.
And she's really bad at cooking?
Yeah.
Almost atrociously bad.
Maybe by Hell's standard, she might be good, but I don't know.
Yeah. I have a feeling no. Because there are some other devils that cook, including that one girl who really has strong feelings for, I can't remember his real name right now.
Just call him Kami or something.
Yeah, Kami. That's what I usually call him, but I didn't want to call him that because, Super Kami Guru might find it pretentious.
It's better than calling him just straight up God.
Yeah. I don't know if
they basically do that because they're speaking Japanese, but still, you get the point.
Yeah. I just don't want to insult Super Kami Guru and think that I'm being pretentious. No, anyway.
Why am I thinking about Gantz now? Shit. The thing is about Gantz anime is that it's got a different ending than the manga does. But that's because the manga isn't over yet, and the ending is dragging out a lot, and it's really fucking tragic. Like, humanity is fucked. And the writer is not underplaying humanity's idiocy. It's actually really funny. But it upsets me, and I appreciate it for for the realisticness of it. Because basically what's going on for the ending is aliens have come down and landed these large-legged city ships on the planet and are picking up people to be processed for food. And the thing is, the aliens know that they're not getting everybody. So when they first landed, they cut all the power to everywhere, pretty much. But then, after a certain period of time passes of gathering up people, and they're like, okay, we can't capture any more people because they're hiding somewhere. So what they did, and this is a really fucked up thing, and I even thought it was legit for a moment, was they actually returned power and internet and started advertising this thing where the humans made peace with the aliens, and they're going to live on the ships now and be like a unified thing. And I was like, I really hope that's what's going on, because otherwise these people are walking to these ships. Before, people were being thrown into them. Some of them even died being thrown into these fucking pods that they were taking up to get processed and shit. And these people were just walking into those same fucking pods. And I was just like, okay, there's no way that maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm holding some retarded semblance of fucking hope. But they got processed the same way as the people who got captured were. And I was just like, they're literally getting herded like cattle now. In a I guess a more technological way, because they're actually reading the news and they're like, we're going to live on the ships now. And I was like, and then when I found that out, when I knew for sure that they were just going to be processed just like everybody else, I was just like, wow, people are real fucking idiots. And these aliens are real fucking sadistic.
Yeah.
I mean, how could they fucking treat another sentient race like that? I mean, they have a museum or a zoo or what have you of all the other races that they've fucking, captured and eaten and whatever. And they're really stupid. They're animal aliens. They have the same intelligence as a dog or something. But we're humans. We have buildings. We have structures. We have fucking emotions. And I mean, they cry before you fucking rip their heads off and tear out their spines and suck out their fucking organs.
Right.
And it's just, one character I'm loving right now is a psychic. And yes, there's a psychic in fucking Gantz. I don't know if you've seen much of Gantz, but it got weird. Like, they brought in vampires, and I was like, weird? And I think so many people opposed it that the writer was just like, okay, I'm dropping vampires, because the vampires are pretty much gone now.
Do you want...
It's this psychic kid. He was trying to protect this one fucking girl, and basically this kid, he can dislodge a certain place in your brain to where you pretty much like go crazy, vomit up, and die. It like he even tried to. This girl was trying to save his humanity by trying to hunt down this one serial killer, and when he found out that this serial killer was just Charles Manson, just fucking Dahmer, he was just like, I love the way people fucking squirm when I freaking just, cut their skin open and stuff. He was just like, fine. He snaps his fucking fingers and he severs his fucking spine to where he can't move from the neck down. And I appreciate that he didn't kill him. And that's like that's a legit way to deal with it. I mean, there's no way any doctor's going to be able to fix that.
Right.
And God hope if they do. And not like it matters anymore, because there's a really good chance that he's in a fucking alien ship now, or all the doctors are in an alien fucking ship now, getting eaten. But besides the fucking. And like, when he gets picked up against his will, he leaves behind this girl that saved his humanity. And when he comes back, she's dead, and he's just, the aliens killed him, killed her, and he's just like, he gets up to the alien ship. He's inside their city, and there's this little girl alien that comes up to him, and they're like, hey, should I feed him? And this grandma alien comes up, and she's like, oh yeah, you should feed him. Here's some bread. And she's handing it to him, and he's really conflicting with his emotions right now. He's like, these aliens act just like us. How can I just... And a voice of that girl's head, or voice of that girl is just ringing in his head, just don't do it, just don't do it. And I'm like, do it! Do it! These fucking aliens need to learn a fucking lesson. They need to know that humans are not to be fucking trifled with. And yes, you are probably one of the only humans that have the psychic powers that can fucking do this. Next manga, a city full of dead fucking aliens. And I love him for it. Because he can just fucking think. And an area of fucking aliens are dead. That's more power than the others have. Like, the others, they have guns that can rain down gravity and crush their opponent. They have suits that can make them tear off even these giant aliens' limbs off. Yeah, the aliens are like 50 stories high, by the way. And, but he is just ridiculous. His psychic powers are what's going to save everybody at the cost of his life. And I love him for it. Oh yeah, by the way, his psychic powers have a toll on his body. Not his mind, oddly enough, but his body. Basically, his organs are, for some reason, being overtaxed, and they're eventually going to turn to stone.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The only reason he knows this is because the person who gave him these powers, that's what was going to happen to him if it wasn't for the fact that he died anyways. And I was like, okay, well, if this kid goes around, kills enough fucking aliens, they might leave before they get everybody. But literally, the only people that are going to be left are like tribesmen in fucking Africa and Amish people in fucking goddamn Ohio.
Right.
Because they don't have TVs and shit.
You want me to tell you how far I've gotten in Gantz?
How far?
Not very far at all. I got to the part, like, after the first game that they called it, I think it was, and, like, the very first game. Like, the one guy tried to run away and quit, and of course you know what happens to people who run away out of the boundary.
Yeah.
So, he didn't make it, of course. I remember when it was really weird. I didn't know. I want to continue reading it, but it's kind of hard to get into because it's just intimidating of how much there is to still read. But it was really weird because where I am, I'm very close to the beginning, and they didn't know, or the people weren't reacting to some of the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, because they didn't think it was for real. I mean, fuck if that one dude didn't tell them it was a goddamn TV show and they're on fucking a game show or something.
Yeah, he thought that it was...
That didn't help, but... I'll tell you this much. Later on, Corono becomes a fucking badass.
Do they ever explain how they didn't die?
Not entirely. It's kind of like a subtlety thing.
Because the one guy got hit by a train, and the other girl tried to, like, cut her wrist in her bathtub, and, like, they both didn't die.
Yeah, if you watch more, it kind of... if you watch it, if you read more, you'll see it. Okay. You'll see it. It's a subtle thing, and I'm kind of in denial about it, to be honest, but I can't deny the truth.
Right.
The truth is pretty depressing.
By the way, I have something...
So good.
I have something I need to tell you.
Yeah.
Alright. You know how people have been asking for another podcast?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of it.
Really?
Yeah, I've been recording for the last, like, 2.5 hours.
Really? You can just, I would have calmed down on the cursing a little bit. Not really.
I'm surprised you didn't notice that I was kind of calming down on the cursing. You didn't hear, like I said BA instead of, yeah.
Yeah, well, shoot. I was just,
I'm thinking of titling it Nerdgasm, Try to Keep Up.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alerts. Tons of them.
I don't even know how many manga we've talked about.
I started it. I started, unfortunately, a little late. That's why I was asking you to repeat yourself with the Asura path, because that's when I started recording.
Okay.
So,
That's...
man.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did, because I actually did want to explain the fact that they wouldn't have gone long to the stage of 6 out, but yeah, we wouldn't know that. I just wanted to, I did want to explain that, but we trailed off into other stuff, like we've done all day.
This is going to be a stupid long podcast.
Yeah, you got some editing to do.
I don't even want to edit it.
Can you even put that up on YouTube? Actually, I've seen a movie that's over 2 hours long. That's a movie.
Oh no, there's the longest video on YouTube. It's like 936 hours long.
What the fuck is it about?
It's about nothing. It's like the static rain that you see on your TV when it's like messed up.
That's not fair.
Yeah. And
I would like record my TV, or I don't know.
And it's just 936 hours of it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that with Mudkip. They just need to, like, if they wanted to do a Mudkip video, and I know they have, where it's like Mudkip. If they did that, I've seen one version where it's like the extreme version where it's like 9 minutes long. The only thing that's really irritating about it is the music that loops along with their voice. If someone could make a version like that where it's clean of the music and it's just the Mudkip, I could literally watch it for 900 fucking hours.
They made like a 3 day long, or was it 3 hours? I can't remember. Was it 3 hours or 3 days long of Nyan Cat?
Really? Oh god! That's probably a little bit more That's a lot more acceptable than the Mudkip, because I mean, really, you're just listening for the Mudkipness, not the fucking terrible music. At least the Nyan Cat music's okay, and it's actually part of the fucking video, or intended for it. The Mudkip video, the extreme Mudkip video, is just for the Mudkip, not for the freaking music that was playing along with it. Damn you, Pokemon!
And I wonder if I should stop recording. I think I probably should, because there's something I want to talk to you about that I shouldn't be posting.
Okay.
So, alright, this is going to be the end of the video. Valu and I, Bryce and I, whatever. See you guys next time. Later. Anyway.